Hello, everybody. Good morning. So, last week in PSE, we had designed our posters to show how we can save our money. Today, we're going back to that money that has been kept for 1 week to look at what decisions we'll make about either saving or spending our money. So, our big question today is what choices do we have to make about spending money? And how do we keep a record of how much money we have spent? Have you stopped to ask yourself this question sometime? Then I have so much money, what am I going to buy with the money? Am I going to spend all of the money I have kept? Or am I going to save some of my money? If I decide to spend all the money I have saved, how am I able to tell what I have spent on each item? So the lesson today will be looking at how to keep track of the money we have saved and what or amount we had spent on each of the items we have bought. Sometimes we have a need for so many things and we don't have the money to buy all of them. So when we are caught in that situation, then we'll have to make choices. We have to decide on what to buy. We have to decide on what not to buy. And then sometimes we'll have to make a decision between something that we need more than the other and then buy them and leave out the ones that we feel we can buy on a later date. Now look at the items I have on my screen. Over here I have a magazine. Do you know what these are? Do we really need them at every point in time? Shoes or sneakers? I have a book here. I have a bowl of fruits here. Candies. A bike and a bowl. So now let's look at how much money we've got to decide between the amounts will be about the things we will be buying today. Now, what choice do you have about what we spend? Now, you have 10 dirhams. What would you like to buy? Let's keep the comparison between two items. So I have this magazine that costs how much? How much is this money? 7 dirhams. Very good. And I have this pair of shoes or sneakers, running shoes that cost 9 dirhams. Will I be able to buy both items for 10 dirhams? Remember, my magazine is 7 dirhams and my shoes are 9 dirhams. Which of this item would you buy? Think about it. Which is more important to you, the magazine or the sneakers? If you have made a choice, why would you buy either the magazine or the sneaker? Remember, your money is just 10 dirhams. You cannot buy them both. If you buy the magazine, you'll be left with 3 dirhams. And the sneakers cost 9 dirhams. So that means you will not be able to buy the sneakers. If you buy the sneakers, you'll be left, which is 9 dirhams, you'll be left with 1 dirham. And 1 dirham will not be able to buy the magazine. So you have to decide which of the items to buy because remember, you've just got 10 dirhams. So let's go to the next row where you have this big book. What's this number? 50. AED means dirhams, which is the money that we use in the UAE. Your bowl of fruit costs 4 dirhams. AED again, which means dirhams, same as the money we use in the UAE. Candy, 15 AED, dirhams. And how much do you have? 10. You've got just 10. Will you be able to buy the book? No, because the book is 50. Will you be able to buy the bowl of fruits? It's just 4. Yes, You can buy the bowl of fruits because you've got 10 and the bowl of fruits cost only 4. Will you be able to buy the yummy candies? I'm afraid no. Why? Because the candies are 15 dirhams and your money is just 10. So the only thing you'll be able to buy over here would have to be the bowl of fruits, which will keep you healthy. Now let's go to the last grouping. We have a bicycle, we have a bowl. What will you buy from these two options? Option is the same as choices. What will you buy? The bicycle costs 10 dirhams and the ball costs 20 dirhams. Which of them can you afford? To afford means which of them will you be able to pay for? Definitely not the ball, because the ball is 20 and the bike is 10. So when we have saved up our money, we get to a point where we make a decision on what to buy based on how much we have and the cost of the items. Sometimes we have more than enough for one item, and then we have another decision to make when we find ourselves in that kind of situation. When we have more than an item to buy, then we have to think of a way to keep a record of how much we have spent on each item. How do I know that all the money I had been used correctly? I brought 10 dirhams to school for bake sale, and now all the money is gone, and I'm sad. What did I do with the money? There has to be a way of tracking how I had spent my money. I check how much I have spent by having a look at my shopping trip receipt. This is a sheet. On this sheet, when you go with mom and dad to the grocery stores, they pay at the cashier's counter, and then the cashier scan, and she scan each of the products, and at the end of the day, she calculates it all, and she prints out a receipt, and on that receipt, it tells whoever has gone shopping how much they have spent on each item. So for you, you can keep a shopping receipt when you go shopping as well. No matter how small your shopping trip has been, I bought cotton candy, it's 1 dirham. I bought candy, it's 50 fils. I bought lollipop, it's 3 dirhams. I bought a roller skating shoes, it's 50 dirhams. So when you have a shopping trip receipt or just a shopping receipt, you're able to keep a record of how much you have spent. And this is the activity sheet I have attached to your work today. You're going to pretend you're going to go to a park, and then you choose items and keep a receipt of how much you have spent on each of the items. And when you're done working on your receipt, you're going to send it back to me. Now, let me take you now to what we've got in the curriculum. Haven't shown you the currency of the UAE. In your task that you'll be showing me on your receipt, you have the British money, the currency used in Britain, that will help you to decide and make a choice between what to buy, and you will keep a receipt of what items you have bought after completing your activity. I have equally attached a resource sheet to today's work where you have several options to decide from, and you choose from what you will buy and keep a record or keep a track of how much money you have spent on your shopping trip. I hope this really helps you. I wait to have your completed task hand in at the end of the day. Have a great day and happy learning.